Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you're doing really well. I posted this look last week, a recreation of Wolfie Cindy's balletcore makeup. Very different makeup style for me. I've never really done anything like that, so I thought I would do an in-depth tutorial on it. Actually, really surprisingly liked it. I never normally do those sort of tones, like no black at all. I was scared. I'll be recreating that today. I've also got a new light, so I hope this looks better. I have so many issues with my lighting. I live in the UK. It's literally the darkest place in the world. But I feel like that looks better. I don't know. The whole kind of balletcore makeup vibes are obviously very glowy, very blushy, very pink. I'm going to start with Vive Skin Dew. I want super glowy skin, so use this as a base. Super glowy. I actually love the smell of Skin Dew. It smells like vanilla and like cakes. Makes me hungry. So when I did this look on Instagram, I actually used the NARS Soft Matte Foundation, which I really love. I've used that quite a lot on my channel recently, and I wanted to talk about this foundation a little bit, so we're going to use this today. This is a brand new foundation from Kosas. This is the Revealer Skin Improving Foundation. Also has SPF 25 in it, so really good for every day. I used this in an Instagram reel a couple of weeks ago, and I actually really loved it. I'm just using a Morphe foundation brush. I'm going to start buffing that in. It's definitely lighter coverage. As you can see, like it still looks like my skin, but it's just polished everything up a little bit. Similar finish to the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I'd say it's very similar to that, but just with a tiny bit more coverage, so I actually love that. Definitely buildable as well. I think I wore 2 layers of it before, but I actually love how it looks. Especially when my skin's like not acting up, I actually like to have something a little bit lighter coverage. NARS Creamy Concealer in Canelli. I'm just gonna start that underneath my eyes. I really like the undertone of this. It has an almost like orangey, yellowy kind of tone. Really good for getting rid of any darkness. Buffing that in. And then I'm just going to use a little soft brush just to blend that inner corner in, just to get a nice coverage. I've been really into using like soft fluffy brushes to blend my concealer. I used to be like exclusively a sponge girl, but I haven't used one in ages and I'm actually way preferring this. To brighten things up a little bit more, I'm going to use the Kosas Revealer Concealer in the shade 03W. This is a little bit lighter, so it's just going to like really brighten up under my eyes. You want that nice bright look. When I posted this look on Instagram, somebody commented like, beautiful but completely impractical for a ballerina on stage. I was like, do I look like a ballerina on stage? Please. Another day of fun on the internet, I guess. I'm going to set everything in place with the Maybelline 24 Hour Super Stay. I'm literally obsessed with this powder. It's so good. So now I'm going to bronze my skin up with the Pink Honey Face Frosting. This is a shade Ganache. They're in and out of stock all the time because of TikTok, but honestly, they are really good. I feel like this look is all about the blush, so I kind of just want to create a little bit of shape and warmth with bronzer. So next week, I'm actually shooting something really exciting. I've been talking about this a little bit for the last like few months. I think this has been in the works since September last year. I think that's when we had the first meeting about it. It's literally gone so quick, that feels like yesterday. And yeah, we're finally shooting it next week. We're actually shooting it like around Brighton, so like in my hometown. It's just like, it's gonna be really cute and wholesome. Very excited about that, but my skin is really good right now, and I just know I can put money on the fact that I'm gonna wake up on Wednesday morning with a monster spot. I don't claim that energy, however. But yeah, I actually feel like this would be a really nice base look for the shoot. I've been kind of trialing some makeup looks because it's really different. Like day-to-day makeup and shoot makeup is so different. Like you always need so much more makeup on than you think. She's shooting a lot of it on film as well, and that shit just washes you out. You get this very like natural, effortless look with it, which I love, but yeah, you kind of need to do your makeup according to that. So I feel like this base would actually photograph really well. So, okay, gonna leave the bronzer at that. I just want to add a little bit of shape and a bit of warmth. This is the fun part. This is when it starts getting ballet-y. Last week, I received this brand new palette from Beauty Bay. As soon as I saw this, I was like, that is the most perfect thing for this look. Planning on doing this look for a while, and then I got this and I was like, I have to do it now. So this is the Peachy Glow Highlight Palette. So you've got these 3 beautiful highlights. It's more like rose goldy champagne, a slightly peachy pinker one. It's like white, but it kind of reflects like almost gold. So yeah, it's like a mixture of these two. So I'm going to start with this one as blush, and then we'll highlight a little bit with that. I'm going to take a nice big brush and using the shade Peach, start building up that blush. And I want to bring the blush quite high, so it's going to come all around my temples. So I'm going to kind of push that right up to the side of my brow. And then I'm going to bring that across my nose as well. Just like immediately gives you that really cute like blushy look. I feel like it looks a bit mental before you have the eye makeup on, but trust me, this is all about trust. If we don't trust each other, what do we have, you know? And then I'm just going in with a smaller brush and just adding a little bit more right on those high points. I feel like when you look at this look, you think the eyes are the main event, but they're not. The blush is the main event. Oh, and then going in with the shade Cloud, this beautiful white reflex colour. I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush, and this is like the coolest shade because look at this. When you put it on, it just starts like reflecting almost like pink and gold. My brows as well. Obviously my fringe will be down in the end, so you won't see this that much, but I know it's there. Reminds me of like when highlighter had us all in like a chokehold and we used to just like, when we all used to use fan brushes. I haven't seen a fan brush in years and I'm happy about that. So yeah, it feels so fun how glowy this is because I never use powder highlight anymore, but that is just perfect for this look. The side of your eyes, it's almost in the end like the eyes and the blush kind of just merge into one. So and last step for skin, I'm going to add some little freckles in. This is the Pixie pen by Pink Honey. It's actually a nose contour pen, but it works amazingly for freckles. They blend down really nicely and they literally look like they're under your skin. It's like so good. I'm just going to focus those across my nose. Just gives you that cute like pixie blushy ballerina. There we go, skin is all done. I'm going to zoom you in and get going on my eyes now. My brows are wild today. Absolutely ungovernable. I don't know what to do with them. The eyes, I went between a mixture of these two palettes last time. So we've got the Beauty Bay Love Notes palette and the Patrick Ta Superficial. So this palette works really nicely for it because you've got all your pink tones, but what it kind of lacks is like deeper brown warm tones, which this palette has. So I'm just going to go between the two. Starting with the shade Cotton from the Beauty Bay palette, I'm just going to use that to create a flat base. I feel like I just need to fill that bit of brow in. That's really bothering me. I always prefer when I do the YouTube recreation of the Instagram look I've done because I feel like I figured out what worked and what didn't work. There are a couple of things when I did this look. I was ready to abandon ship halfway through this look. Nothing was working out. I think because I put concealer to make like a cut crease and then I tried to put a liquid product over it. It was all just like muddy. Everything was going wrong. I'm going to start with a mixture of these two shades. We get this like mauvey kind of pink. I'm just using like a fairly big brush. I'm going to blend that in the outer corner. Kind of like into the crease, but focusing it into like a slight wing shape. Some looks you try and they just work and then others just don't. I think where it's not really a colour palette that I use a lot, it took a little bit longer to kind of figure out what was working and also what works best for your eye shape. So sometimes when you try and copy something too closely, it just like, it looks amazing on them, but it might not translate that well onto your eye shape. So I'm kind of going more just for the overall vibe rather than exactly picture for picture, if that makes sense. I'm going with this deep burgundy shade from the Patrick Ta palette. I feel like I've got a cold coming, you know, my throat's just like gone. And just like right in the crease, just gonna define it a little bit. So like so Anastasia, Beverly Hills Renaissance era. This whole look just gives me like 2016. It's like weirdly nostalgic wearing these kind of tones, like very highlighted skin. Takes me back to my eye mats era. Seriously simpler times that was, wasn't it? Back and forth blending until you're happy with the definition and the blend. I feel like I like that. That's a good start. So now going back to that original mauvey shade, I'm going to run that underneath my eye. I find it so hard to just not go fully smoky with this. Like everything in my body is like, this would look amazing with really black liner, but no. And then I'm going to sneak in a little bit of a liner. I think she might have some liner on, you know. And then using the dark brown from the Patrick Ta palette, I'm just going to press that along my lash line and create almost like a little mini wing. I feel like it just defines your eye but keeps it really soft. Beautiful product from Iconic London. These are the glaze crayons. So one end you have this pencil crayon and then the other end you have this like liquid, really glowy version. I'm going to start with a little bit of this lightest shade from the Patrick Ta palette. I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to start patting that on the inner corner. And I'm literally just going to bring it midway and then really build it onto the inner corner too. These are so nice. I literally love Patrick Ta eyeshadows. And then I'm actually going to take a little bit of the Cloud highlight and build that over the top. I love layering like multiple glitters and products. You just get like all the reflexes that all of them have to offer. And I'm just going to pat whatever's left along the brow bone. This is where the blush and the eyeshadow kind of become one. So now we're going to go in with the Iconic product. Hopefully this doesn't ruin everything again. I'm going to use the liquid end. I'm going to put a bit on the back of my hand and then pat it from there. Pet, 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 pet. Wait, no, it's still going weird, look. Oh. Why? Okay, this is exactly what happened last time I used this. Oh, it's actually worse than last time. Please. Go back in with the Patrick Tar eyeshadow, try and make that work. Okay, it basically seems whatever you put underneath those, it just moves them and just doesn't really work. That's so fucking annoying, look at that. I added a slightly golder tone from the Beauty Bay palette, and honestly I think we're just gonna have to leave it more gold. I would love that glittery one to work, but honestly thought it was the concealer last time, so sorry to that concealer because I've been talking shit. I'm going to grab the Isamaya palette. If in doubt, she never lets you down. Isamaya Wild West palette, I dropped it, literally broke my heart. But what's left of this colour I think may save the day, so in Isamaya we trust. So this is way more like goldy, it has a more gold undertone to it, but I just want some sparkle. So that's so much to ask. And taking a bit of that peach blush on a fluffy brush, I'm just going to blend from here, like all the way out. It just kind of like marries everything together. It's very 80s as well, which I love. I love that like eye going into blush. It's so cool. Such a great look. Okay, we got there in the end. We faced some struggles, we overcame them. Put some white liner in my waterline. This is the Glossier No. 1 pencil in the shade Canvas. This is what feels so bizarre to me. Like, I love black in my waterline, and this is very much not that. Creepy. Up with the Swede Cloud mascara. I'm literally obsessed with this. It is the best mascara ever. I want nice full doll-like lashes. So I'm going to kind of push them out to the outer corner just to create that shape. And bottom lashes I want to keep nice and spiky. And then I like to pull the bottoms off them just so they're not too long. I'm going to build the top ones up a little bit more. There we go. It's when it all comes together, isn't it? I can't believe that fucking eyeshadow did that again. I had really high hopes for that. So I have like a deep blue one as well that I really want to use. And I feel like that might be better because there'll already be a blue base under it maybe. I don't know, it seems to like get right down to your foundation and just takes everything from you. And there we go, eyes are all done. I went way more blushy with it this time and I actually way prefer it. I'm going to take my fringe out now. Leave it a little bit more side fringy. I feel like that's quite cute. So now onto lips, I'm going to use the Patrick Tar lip liner in the shade She's Proud. And then a little bit of Vive Treasure. I'm going to take a tiny bit of foundation and pat that on. This gives you this almost like ballet slipper colour. A little bit of the clear Dior gloss. That is the finished look. There we go. That is the finished look. It feels so weird. It makes my face look so different. I kind of like it though. It's always fun to try different things, but I'll be going back to my black eyeliner. Thank you so much for watching this and thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed. As always, all the products that I have used will be linked in the description box down below. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day and I will see you all very soon. Love you.